I can't wait for life. I can't wait for life. I can't wait for life. Yeah. I've been thinking about how like I'm feeling worse and worse and wondering if I should head to the hospital or something. I'm like, nah. Like if when you go to the hospital, you just end up like worse than you felt. They start testing you for everything your insurance can pay for and just suck you dry of all your benefits as fucking leeches. The last time I really did go to the doctor, man, I don't know, this was a while back. They told me they tested my heart, right? And they were like, oh, it might be enlarged, so we need you back in a week to better test it. And oh man, that whole fucking week I was on the edge, feeling like I was about to die because these so-called doctors told me that, you know? And then the day finally came, and I made I made my will. No, I didn't do it. No, never mind. Uh, yeah, no, like they saw me and they're like, "Oh no, never mind. You're fine. Your heart's fine. Now get the fuck out of here, you pussy ass bitch." Now they didn't say the last thing, but yeah, that soured me from doctors for a while. You know, like I don't know. This makes me think of it, but I remember when I was a kid, at my mom, my mom was giving like birth at the hospital to my little brother, and my father and I and my sister were waiting outside like at a fountain that was outside of the hospital, and I was there like a young swift child, and I was swinging on it back and forth, and apparently whatever I was swinging on, right, wasn't glued or nailed down or concreted, and I swung a certain way and the statue just fell over and I fell right into the fountain. And shit, I think about it now, and I mean, you know, now people would probably sue the hospital. Back, you know, well, nowadays when kids did that shit, but back then parents like my dad were just like, oh, you chiflado or whatever, and just get mad and you move on, you know. I remember one time too being upstairs in my house and going through like some crawl space above my kitchen, was trying to reach for something. I fell through my kitchen ceiling, man. And I remember like not feeling anything when I fell through the fucking ceiling, but just all shaken up from falling. And my dad was just like, well, at least you didn't hit any wires, so you didn't get electrocuted or whatever. And so I guess that's a good thing. Some people say you hate me. I don't believe it's true. Things that you're going through. Some people say you hate me. I don't believe it's you. Things that you're going through. Again, I'm not sure why, but like this makes me think of like this one time I had this was years ago too. I had a wart on my shin, right? And this was back when those like wart freezing things from the drugstore were super expensive as hell. So I just grabbed some craft scissors that I had and I just cut straight through that shit and cut the wart off. And do that shit like would not stop bleeding. I was tripping out for a short time, like, oh shit, is this gonna just keep bleeding, you know? And eventually the bleeding stopped and the wart never came back. So yeah, who needs doctors? I call that a win. More recently I did something like, you know, I had like a cyst under my right armpit, and dude, it hurt so much. Like I couldn't sleep, couldn't like put weight on my arm. It hurt so bad, the swelling and all that. So I grabbed a shaving razor and broke the blades out of it and just like massacred my arm. No, I cut the fuck out of that cyst. And man, that shit started draining like pimple popper style. Nasty yellow shit with some red in it from the blood and just that pus, you know, but it was just such a great relief. God dang, that like a lot of things don't feel as relieving as relieving that pressure like that, you know. It feels so fucking good. Say my name, no one is around you. Say, baby, I love you if you ain't running games. Man, Destiny's Child used to be good back when, you know, Beyonce wasn't all fucking like a goddess and shit that she is now. She needs to be knocked down. Now she thinks like she can't be touched and shit. Nah, I don't like that shit. She thinks, oh, she can be all like, oh, Black Lives Matter, I'm saying it. Y'all go fucking break down walls and shit while I stay here with Jay-Z in my, you know, penthouse and not feel anything because we're the rich black people, you know. Dude, I remember my mom's apartment back here in town, this is when we first moved here, and I had one of those big box, big screen TVs, right? That I got from Rent-A-Center. And me and my buddies were watching this movie I rented from the Red Box. This was a 2008 movie called Blindness. And it's about an epidemic where everyone in the world goes blind except, I guess, for one person. I don't know, I guess, right? I don't know. Maybe an hour into the movie, the screen goes black, right? And I'm thinking, okay, this must be part of the movie. Like, it's becoming interactive where now we can't see what's going on. We can only hear. But nope, I start seeing smoke coming from the top of my TV. And it's like, oh shit. So we like take the TV outside and kind of like mess with it. And there's just like a shit ton of roaches inside of it. And they just completely fried the electronics on the inside. And to this day, I still have no idea how that movie ends. And also, like, that TV I had bought from Rent-A-Center, I had literally just paid it off when it completely fucked up. So it was such fucking bullshit. Spoon Man, come together with your hands, save me. I'm together with your plan, save me. That drum solo goes pretty hard on that. And the bass, yeah, it's pretty good. And lastly, did y'all see some news about like a TikTok of some woman who I guess is like drinking? She's working from like a Panera Bread, and I guess she gets like refills of this one drink called the Mango Yuzu Citrus Charged Lemonade, and she'll get like 4 and 5 refills of it. And I guess when she finally looks at the like how much caffeine it has in it, like the nutritional values, apparently each cup of what she was drinking has like 260 milligrams of caffeine, which I'm not a nutritionalist, but I'm guessing that's a lot, And man, I think when I was drinking my highest in caffeine, I feel like every morning for work, in my morning job, I would drink those big jugs of Starbucks vanilla espresso, right? Like half a gallon and shit, right? Something like that. And I would drink that every morning for my morning job, and then go home, take a nap like it was nothing. That caffeine didn't do shit to me. And I'd wake up, drink 2 of those little cans of Starbucks espresso with cream for the night job, and to get myself all pumped up, I'd probably listen to Spoon Man too, just to get pumped up. Or Whoop, There It Is. That's anywhere that song gets you pumped up. But man, like, those were the days, right? Shit, now, like, with all the fear and loathing inside of me, I'll drink maybe one real greatly caffeinated drink a day. And I'm not even on Adderall anymore. Like, there at my height, I was taking like 20 milligrams of Adderall with all that caffeine. God, dude, those were great. I was, man, this sucks now. This really sucks. Like, I know how Achilles feels, Like, I was once this great, like, Greek warrior, a good employee and soldier, and now my heel is being struck, and I'm but a shell of a man in my own personal Hades, But oh well, though, right? There's always next year. That's my Dallas Cowboys mentality. There's always next year. And if not next year, then the next year. Do you feel like a man when you push her around? Do you feel better now as she falls to the ground? Well, I tell you, my friend, one day this was gonna end as your lies crumble down. A new life she has found. Anyways, that's it. Yeah, we made it another day, guys. Remember, each day we start over, so if you have a bad day today, try again tomorrow. That's all we can fucking do, right? Try and stay out of hospitals, because all the doctors there are a bunch of fucking quacks. Except foot doctors. I feel like they know what they're doing, Like, I had a foot doctor give me a pill that said, take this pill once, it'll get rid of your toe fungus and your athlete's foot. And man, after taking that pill, like, I swear to God, I haven't scratched my feet since. And I used to scratch them, like, so hard that they would fucking bleed. But God, that felt so fucking good. Like, when you had really bad athlete's foot and you would just scratch them until bleeding in between your toes and shit. And yeah, if any of y'all saw the movie Blindness with Mark Ruffalo from 2008, I guess let me know how it ended, if it was any good. I don't know. I have yet to even care to see it again. It remind me too much of fucking roaches in my TV. And yeah, next year's right around the corner, so we'll see what we do here with this this sick mind machine of mine. But keep suggesting new stuff for me. I'll see about doing, more content or Patreon, or I don't know, whatever y'all think. It's y'all keeping me going, and the Fetzima, the 120 milligrams that my doctor gives me every morning. But yeah, y'all, thanks for listening, and take care, and have a great weekend. Bye.